Welcome back to the City West Hotel. Just 12 months ago, Liam Casey climbed up on this stage here to receive the 2007 award. For a man who built a world-class Irish business in China, this was yet another step in a compelling story. And last May, his journey brought him to Monaco to represent Ireland at the World Awards.
Glittering Monte Carlo is the backdrop for the Ernst & Young World Awards. Here, all 43 countries taking part send their nominees to be acclaimed and celebrated by their peers. The eyes of the world's media are trained on the business leaders as Liam Casey's whirlwind year as Ireland's nominee reaches its climax.
The response we got both in Ireland but also internationally was just phenomenal. When I was landed in Hong Kong next day and I turned on my phone, I had well over 100 messages, SMS messages on my phone. People asking me, saying, "Congratulations, Liam, well done, but what the hell do you do?"
From Shenzhen in China, PCH China Solutions manages the supply chain for global electronics manufacturers. Liam's trailblazing company attracted attention from both nominees and the judges, among whom was the 2006 Irish Entrepreneur of the Year, Anne Herity.
Liam Casey is what I would call a true entrepreneur, and he's a real inspiration. He went off to China, he has set up this fantastic business. What I really noticed is people are intrigued by his business model.
Liam is a great ambassador for entrepreneurship. If you think about it, his business is a 21st century business. He's slightly ahead of the adoption curve in the context of where entrepreneurship is going and where the world is going.
Before they could relax and enjoy the accolades, though, a judging panel grilling awaited each nominee.
I just come from the judging meeting, which is very short, 15 minutes, very casual. They ask good questions about the business. I think they're looking for innovation, something different, looking for something that's global, I think is important.
The weekend is both a competition and a celebration of entrepreneurial endeavour. And so, on a balmy June evening in Monaco, each finalist was inducted into the Hall of Fame before the final announcement was made.
The occasion tonight is huge. All 43 entrepreneurs are there, and the thing you will know about entrepreneurs is everyone wants to win. Everybody would be proud and excited. They're representing their countries, so everybody wants to win, and the entrepreneurs are truly celebrated.
Everyone's a winner here. Everyone who comes here is a winner, and somebody's going to go home with a trophy, but the network here and the people you meet is just fantastic. The gentleman from Korea has got a $16 billion business, and there are small companies from different parts of the world, but very innovative, very creative. It's a great opportunity to meet people.
The 2008 Ernst & Young World Entrepreneur of the Year is Dr. Jean-Paul Clozel.
The Swiss biotech pioneer took the top prize, but as the party got into full swing, Liam Casey had no regrets.
Amazing, fantastic, an amazing experience.
Now it's time to meet the contenders for the second award of the night, the industry category.
Helix Health computerised hospitals and doctor surgeries the length and breadth of the country. Howard Begg's company is also helping shorten the queue at the pharmacy with their automatic dispensing machines.
People have often said, what gets you out of bed, what motivates you, and at different stages it's different things. So, in the early start-up days you got out of bed like, a cat on a hot tin roof by the bank balance and knowing where the bank balance was. These days it's the bigger vision of delivering improvements across the healthcare IT sector over a long period, having gone through all the phases of organically growing the business, raising funds, buying other companies, and then engineering the merger of 2 years ago, which really transformed everything. I suppose that's probably the one that has shown the greatest results so far.
If you're in need of some extra space, McAvoy can build a room with a view or an entire hotel at their factories. Orla Carr then sees that the temporary buildings are shipped to you, fully furnished and ready for occupation.
I did a lot of work just to research where the opportunities were, and what I find was that there was no business out there that was better than ours, that we had built up over the years a lot of knowledge and a lot of expertise, But the challenge was getting the best out of people and obtain new customers. When you're a managing director, it is a lonely job. You always constantly are encouraging people and praising individuals. You also as well have other things to do as well. But it's very rarely that you would get praise. So this probably was, for myself, it was a very proud moment, and it was nice to feel that your efforts have been noticed.
Neil O'Leary is a private equity investor. Among Ion Equity's investments are travel company Use It, wind energy supplier SWS and Topaz, which supplies fuel to the car and the driver alike.
I think over time I've found that in business and in all sorts of other endeavours you really have to be competitive. And I think as a team, I think we're very competitive now. Every time we try and do something, we really want to succeed. There are a number of very ordinary things which are actually very important, or, sort of truisms in business. I mean, unfortunately, hard work is very important. Principles in business, trust, being straight with people, all of these things actually pay back in spades. I think being aware that people drive most situations and issues and decisions. Life's an awful lot easier if you wait and see whether people will open doors for you, as opposed to having to think, you have to knock them down.
John Taylor has been involved in making history and reporting on it. Alpha is the largest newspaper group in Northern Ireland and the Irish Midlands, with 26 titles and more than 500,000 readers every week.
We are the largest locally owned Irish newspaper company. Most of the others got international shareholders, or in fact are from Britain or elsewhere. The buzz I get is being able to succeed in competing with them. One of the funniest purchases was the Tyrone Constitution, because I was with Tony Blair, the Prime Minister at the time, and at Hillsborough Castle, and I had to be with the solicitors in Belfast to pay over the cheque and sign the contract, and the talks with him were dragging on, and I said, "Oh, sorry, Prime Minister, because if it isn't going to be completed by lunchtime, I think I'll go out and buy a paper." Came back an hour and a half later, and Tony Blair said, "John, that was a long time to buy a paper." I said, "Sorry, Prime Minister, it wasn't just 60p.
John Taylor there, stretching the art of multitasking to a ludicrous degree. Anyway, now it's time to meet the remaining quartet in the industry category.
Terence Brannigan's company provide a myriad of services, from landscaping to contract cleaning. In 2 years, Resource Group has grown from 2,000 to 15,000 staff, making them the biggest private sector employer in Northern Ireland.
That moment before the whistle is blown is a scary part, because you don't know how you're going to perform. Once you're there, once you're on the field of play, then that kind of the fear of failure disappears and the focus on winning and the determination takes over. Before I started the business, so when I was planning it and when I was looking to fund it, there's a kind of fear then. Once you get into it, so once we made that first acquisition, that fell away. And those are the things I think that people always remember, whether they're looking from the outside at you or whether you're looking at yourself. But you need sometimes to remember that little edge of fear at the beginning before you get on the field.
From humble beginnings, making a boiler at night and installing it the next day, Stephen Grant has grown a world-beating engineering company. Grant Engineering make the most efficient oil-fired home heating burners on the market.
At the moment we have approximately 40 patents, all mostly related to energy efficiency, and about another 25 more pending. So I'm driven by the desire to make more efficient products, user-friendly, installer-friendly. I feel I've achieved what I set out to achieve, that we're making an impact, be it ever so small, probably on a worldwide scale, but certainly if we're making that impact, then other people need to follow that lead.
Beacon Medical Group have invested €190 million in their medical facility in Dublin, but that's only the start of Michael Cullen's ambitions. By 2011, Beacon will be operating co-located hospitals in 3 further centres around the country.
I never thought of myself as an entrepreneur. I just thought of myself as somebody who was in a motor business and just happened to get involved with a couple of friends in starting up a healthcare business. I think what we're doing in Beacon Medical Group, I really believe we're doing a good thing. A good thing for the country, a good thing for society, a good thing for our patients, both public and private patients, good thing for my fellow partners and shareholders, and I think there are no losers.
Pat O'Flynn is a trailblazer in the management of hazardous waste. From the depot in Fermoy, AV or Safeway recycle 80% of the waste they receive into fuel and dispose of the rest.
I don't know if I wanted to be an entrepreneur. I always wanted to make sure that I could provide something that others maybe would shy away from. I never minded being a person that could take a project and run with it and make it happen. It was quite difficult in business at certain times not to have a sparring competitor. We were on our own. We were a facility that was licensed by the EPA and there was no one to compare ourselves with. I was welcoming competitors, but it didn't happen yet anyway.
Pat O'Flynn there, who has already claimed one major trophy this year because his family bred the equine superstar Denman, who romped home with the Cheltenham Gold Cup. But the question is, I suppose, which one of our thoroughbreds will have the pedigree to be first past the post tonight? And as they join us to answer this question, please welcome on the stage the Managing Director of the Irish Times, Maeve Donovan, and the Commercial Director of RTE Television, Geraldine O'Leary.
The 21st century Irish industry has taken its traditional strengths and added imagination and innovation to create an irresistible winning formula.
And the winner of the 2008 Industry Entrepreneur of the Year is Stephen Grant of Grant Engineering.
Long before the world got hot and bothered about global warming, Stephen Grant was leading the way, developing state-of-the-art environmentally efficient boilers. For his foresight and innovation, he is this year's Industry Entrepreneur of the Year.
Thanks very much. It's a wonderful experience to receive this award tonight. I would like to thank a few people, Ernst & Young in particular, for giving me the opportunity to be able to come here and participate in this, and also to introduce me to CSR, the work we do in Haiti, etc., and to thank my family, my work colleagues in Grant Engineering and Grant UK, and all the people who have installed our products in their homes and hopefully are enjoying the benefit of the comfort of our products, the stockists, service people and stores who sell our products. Thank you very much. Without you, this wouldn't be possible. Thanks very much.
Stephen Grant, ladies and gentlemen of Grant Engineering. Now we're going to move on to the second of tonight's nominees for our special award. And again, we are celebrating a 30-year anniversary. So cast your minds back to 1978. Unemployment is rising, the budget deficit is going out of control, and the Irish are yet again leaving in droves. But one man, a young graduate, decides to go the other way. He decides to come here in '78 and live in Ireland. Not for the first time, John Russia refused to go with the herd.
It's funny, I never see myself as an entrepreneur. I just always see myself as a designer. For me, it is about making beautiful things. And obviously, as a designer, I have to see things in front of me and tease my eyes. So it could be a building, could be a crystal, could be a dress. Any time of the day, somebody somewhere buying something with my name in it, either in Los Angeles to down in New Zealand to Kazakhstan to Russia to London to Cork. So, but up to us to make sure to maintain the integrity of the name.
As an entrepreneur, clearly John is prepared to take risks, and he doesn't see a setback as being the end of the game. He has had knocks, but he hasn't then retired from the field. He's sort of seen these as opportunities to learn and grow and develop.
I come from a very humble background, and for me, every little success I have, I cherish every bit of it. And then I also, that you always have to follow your dream. You know, listen, if I can do it, everybody can. I really do believe that.